Now this part I'm making for myself as a reference. To get off this triple joint clamp up here, I have got to remove all the wiring and also all the, these are the brakes for the right side. I've put on a sticker for the right side here so I know which one's right and left. But they all go right down through this center hole right here. And I have to be able to pull this whole unit straight off. So I'm going to have to unplug my speedometer. See, this was made by NS, or Nippon Seiki. Nippon is the other word for, the old word for Japan. And this is a very nice speedometer. It'll go up to 35 or 60 kilometers an hour. And mine only went up to about 30. That could have been a lot of problems. But I have to take all this wiring off in order for it to drop down in through this hole, in order to take this part off so I can straighten out the problem right here and right here. Now, I wanted to clean these wires, but one thing I have to tell you out there, if you're doing wiring, there's a few precautions you have to take. One is that you have to make damn sure that when the book says you have a blue wire right here, that you have a blue wire on your bike. Because what you can do is you can get an elite shop manual that has a wiring diagram for a 90 to a 93. And they'll show you all the colors and everything. It's real nice. But if you get a 1994 bike, it may have different colors. But just about the same thing, but just different colors. Now the best way to do it is like I'm doing right now. I'm making a video of this so I can come back later, because you'll forget about this unless you do this every day. You'll forget about this overnight and think, oh man, did that wire go there? Did that wire go here? And I'm going to have to take all these little wires off, and then they all thread up into a hole into the headlight cover, which is over there. And I want to make sure I get everything right. So I've already gone all this far to take the, I've taken the handlebars off. I've taken the speedometer cables off, everything just like the book says. And this is what I like about having a hard copy instead of on the computer. We look at the wiring diagram right here, and this bottom part, now I don't know, electrics is my very, very weak subject of mine. But these tell you the colors, and then if we look up towards the front of the bike, we have the front where the headlight is and the back where the tail light and turn signals are. Well, and then we've got our ignition switch up here. And as we can see on the headlight, it goes from blue to white to gray to white. And it's a really good book to have. Then you've got your CDI unit, your spark plug. Now if you're an electrical engineer or an electrician, this is nothing. But for someone that doesn't know exactly how to do it, like this horn right here. I just took off this horn, for instance, and it has two leads, one here and one there. Now according to the horn relay right here, we have a light green on the right and a green on the left. So what I did was I put LG on this terminal right here, and I'll probably repaint this. It's got a tiny bit of rust on it, but it doesn't even look like rust. It looks like kind of like glue. It's really heavy. It weighs about a pound and a half. And then this horn's kind of neat because you can adjust the volume on the horn right here. It says with the screw, set screw, up or down. If you turn the screw in, the horn goes down. So I may have to turn that out to see what that's like. That's why it's good to have a shop manual for the bike that you're working on, but you've also got to make sure that the wiring colors are correct, because they'll tell you every color wire, but sometimes the bike will have different color wiring, and when that happens, then you're screwed, blued, and tattooed, as the Marines would say in World War II before they went off to some place like Tarawa. So I've got to take this mess all the way apart, pull it all the way apart, and then take this crossbar piece out, re-straighten it out, fix the bar, reshoot these with satin black plastic paint after I straighten these out, and put it all back together. Now this is called a driving sensor. I don't have a clue what this does. It's got two leads on it in the back, and it's got this weird looking radar bell in the front. I've never seen this on another bike, so if anyone knows exactly what that is, maybe it's a deer whistle or something, just in case, you know, a deer jumps out and decides to sit in your lap or something, which is not a good thing. Okay, we continue.